Can you walk me through how astrology works?
Good.
Like, talk to me about the planets.
You will really understand this because you energetically already, whether you do it through music and listening to people, or you call it your creative receptivity, you're already tuned to source as a kind of thing to trust. And not exactly that it's infallible, but in a way it is, that if it's not one thing, it'll be another thing. And you are open to that. Well, what I finally decided what astrology was for me, it was the language of the heavens through a filter of our metaphorical minds, our archetypal mind.
So I have a question. If you have 5 different skilled astrologers
Yes,
who look at the same chart,
yes.
how much of their readings will be related?
Well, the one thing I used to always say, you'll get as good a reading as the astrologer is conscious. Because a person can only kind of perceive into the depths of what they already can do. So some astrologers definitely are better than other astrologers. There's a lady named Molly McCord who I love, has a podcast, great. And there's an English woman, Pam Gregory, great. And a fellow, Adam Ellenbach. They all, from my point of view, come from that frequency place. And they learn their astrology by feeling it through people. So to answer your question, most astrologers, you'll get pretty good similarities. The only thing is, there's the accepted version of, say, what Taurus is, what Leo is, Pisces is, or what this house stands for. Those are fairly consistent, and they have evolved into a kind of collective assimilation that even somebody who's not maybe as enlightened as we might hope, who has studied it, will come up with pretty much the same things. But the difference is, one of the things that makes big difference is, when you look at a chart, it's a map of the heavens. This one, yeah. It's a map of the heavens, and as you can see, there's lots of parts. And different people, different things will stand out to them. Things they're familiar with, things they've seen in other people, things they have in their own chart, thing they know is really important. Even to this day, there's some things, I won't see something because it's not really in my realm, but I am so overwhelmed with so much that I do see that I usually am offering tremendously valuable information just by what I do see. But I do know I don't see it all, and that almost maybe nobody could in a way, but some people are definitely better than others. And some people are better than others for you. Some astrologers...
But if you compared notes with another master astrologer, and you look at the same chart and have a discussion about it, would you generally agree about a lot of things?
Yes, you would. You would. And in fact, there's a podcast called The Podcast, I think. He brings in other astrologers and they talk about what's going on, and some occasionally different people and so on. And they kind of brainstorm together, and they each bring out different pieces. They have a sort of presentation of what they think it might be. They refer to famous astrologers, well acknowledged astrologers, and things about what's going on. So it almost is a proof. The thing that's different about astrology that the linear-minded consciousness doesn't like is it's metaphorical. It isn't linear. And so it's talking about an archetype. And there may be 10 different ways that archetype can manifest. One in you, one in somebody else, 2 in you that seem even contradictory. I got a lot of contradictory parts of my chart, but that's what makes me valuable, is because I see a lot of sides to things, because it's in me already.